I would like to challenge the myth that AIDS is over. For who is AIDS over?
I'd like to hear members of the audience what they've got to say.
Something that really struck me just about watching this is how long we've been fighting the same struggles.
We marginalize sex workers, but then the very same people who are marginalizing sex workers are the very same people who go and buy these sex workers. So I'm just worried now, the double standards that we have.
Some people really did give their lives for these struggles, and so I'm here to honor that.
Because it is part and parcel of our everyday lives, whether we're HIV positive or not. We are affected even when we are not infected.
Until we're able to address the idea within our churches and within our religious spaces of who deserves love and who is worthy. Something that one of those activists was saying about how you don't have to earn human rights. You have them by virtue of being human.
What happened to a village raises a child?
So despite waiting for the job and the marriage and the child afterwards in my sequence, sexual violence just stays happening.
I was like, hey, if I get raped, you're angry about the rape, but then there's a possibility that when you get raped, you can get HIV if you survive the rape.
The fight on ending HIV and ending AIDS is not on the pier. It's on investing on behavioral change.
That young people, one, need to take over the baton and tell us how they want to end AIDS for themselves.
Why can't we take these conversations to Eslalini and talk about them and teach our traditional leaders about sex and to teach our elders to talk more about sex in these community meetings and teach our pastors to preach about sex?
I'm so happy. My virus is actually older than some of the people in here. You know, because of the survival skills that we learned as activists, nobody's going to give it to you.
Even me, I'm working at a transgender clinic. They are using us as a TAs, trans agent.
HIV prevention, we live this long because we make it a lifestyle. Stop making HIV a secret. We only speak about it when we are here. When we are back home, we want to transfer information like it's outside us.
That's what should happen, actually. Use the people that are at the same level to get to other people.
That's 2017, and that's scary that nurses are saying that young people are not coming in just to find out their status.
Why not try to open up the whole topic of sex? Because in a black community, we don't speak about that, but at a later age, you want to tell us to go and test.
The people that are working in these facilities are not passionate enough to follow the oaths that they take at the beginning of their work. Because all the time we go to the clinic, but we know Nurse Mazibi was going to tell my mom that I came to test for HIV.
Like my comrades in the movie, an end to AIDS is it's a dream. If young people continue to be infected the way they are.
It's how we start telling our stories and telling real stories.
So for me, lots of triggers, very personal, because lots of people I know in the movie, some alive, some not alive. What are we doing as a generation, as a world, to ensure that we embrace the science, we move with the times, and we don't do airy-fairy work? When you're supposed to receive money and you're supposed to reach communities in KZN, make sure you reach them.
I'm not lying when I say to you, I am very proud to be still here, alive, taking my drugs. I'm not talking about this, and no one is talking about this while I'm dead.
There's a lot of youth that are reluctant to go to these public spaces, more especially these clinics, because of the stigma that comes with that.
And I hate that, especially in South Africa, that each and every time people have to fight, you have to use that strength, you have to use the anger, you have to use that rage in order to access something that is rightfully yours, something that will build you, something that will make this country carry on forward.
We want people to be involved from the beginning. When that pill is created, people need to be involved. We need to know, how do we take this treatment? Where can I take this treatment? Where can I get it? Like now they say PrEP is available for who and where?
Activists nowadays seem to have become too involved in identity politics, that it kind of undermines the very real need for collective action.
I don't know what is an activist. An activist is everybody, in my belief. Whether you are sitting in a lab or you are marching in the street, you are an activist.
Our children are dying. Our children are infecting other children.
Poverty is painful. If you look at our townships, our neighborhoods, who have now an emergence of drugs, we are going to be where Hungary is. I really think that people should not be left to die. Those same questions you are raising were raised by government. Why should we give treatment to people who are sleeping around? That was the narrative. Why should we give treatment to people who are sleeping around? They brought HIV to themselves, they should be left to die. And I take that very deeply, because if that was the statement in 2001, I wouldn't be sitting here.
I think what the panelists have pointed to and what the film has pointed to is that medicine is not going to cure this. It doesn't matter how much PrEP ARVs are rolled out. This is a question of politics and of political will. Thank you so much for helping to revive some energy. It really is a chance and an opportunity to pick this up. And so I just want to thank Sunshine for opening up the space.